Shining, I know something you don't know. Shining, all eyes on me. Shining, all eyes on me. Shining, shining.
Hey guys, Tootsie Rolling Stone Travels here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. So I am in downtown Pittsburgh, and it's pouring. If you can't see that, oh god, it's coming at me here too. Alright, I'm gonna put my camera away before it gets ruined. So I am currently out by PNC Park. I'm hiding from the rain. As you can see, it's raining. Today is Juneteenth, so I decided to come downtown. They're going to be having some different little educational classes and lectures around the city, but they said they might be rescheduled due to rain, so might not be happening. So yeah, so I'm going to hang out for a few hours downtown Pittsburgh, and we'll see what happens. It's coming down. Alright. Hey guys, so I came downtown to downtown Pittsburgh. They are having some different lectures and speakers about Juneteenth and some just Black history information sessions, and so I took this opportunity to just educate myself further on it. Unfortunately, it's currently pouring down rain. I just came to this restaurant, got me a little brewski to wait out the rain, and they said they might reschedule if the rain is too bad, so we'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well, and I will keep you guys updated. And they're supposed to be live streaming the events too, or the speeches. And so I'll link the live streams on my social media and YouTube channel too. Bye.
Do you know this man? He was the first known black doctor in Pittsburgh. He published the very first abolitionist newspaper west of the Alleghenies before becoming co-editor of Frederick Douglass's North Star. He was accepted into Harvard Medical School by Dr. Oliver Wendell Holmes himself. He led an expedition in Africa. He was commissioned by President Abraham Lincoln to the rank of Major, making him the highest-ranking black man to serve in the Union Army during the entire Civil War. He came to be known as the father of black nationalism. Before Malcolm X, before Marcus Garvey, before W.E.B. Du Bois, there was Martin Delany. Why don't we know about this man? It's time we found out about him and a myriad of other incredible African Americans and their impact on the history of America and the world. I'm Wali Jamal, and this is History's Flipside. Martin Robeson Delany was all these things and more. His accomplishments were immense, to some extent unbelievable. But what was most unbelievable about this man is that his achievements went completely ignored by the mainstream history books and the public at large. Until now. History has shown that some of its greatest subjects were of people who came from very humble beginnings. Martin Delany's story begins in Charlestown, Virginia. His mother, Patty Delany, was a free woman, thus making all her children free. But because of very strict laws limiting the citizenship of free blacks, there were many things she would have to teach her children about being black in America.
Imagine our Golden Triangle as something other than the glistening jewel it is today. Imagine it before Fifth Avenue Place and PPG Plaza, before the Jenkins Arcade, before the Point was a park, before the bridges our grandparents crossed were even conceived. Before all of this, the Triangle was an urban neighborhood, a place where people crowded together to live and work, to raise families, to dream big dreams. Martin Delany was one of those Pittsburghers. He was a dreamer. He had a fantastically ambitious dream, and he came so close to realizing that dream. It was within his reach. But then the dream was crushed. Crushed not because Martin didn't have enough talent or energy or wisdom. Everyone agreed he had plenty of those things. Martin's incredible dream was crushed because, well, let's catch up with Martin on the streets of Pittsburgh. It's April of 1854. Martin is going from house to house through a city in distress. Large coal fires burn in the streets, which are jammed with horses, carriages, and carts. People are trying to get out. It's hot in Pittsburgh, but parts of the Triangle have a white, wintry look. It's not snow on the ground, it's lime. The fires, the lime, the fleeing people, it's all an effort to ward off or avoid a disease called cholera. Cholera came to Pittsburgh on a Monday night. Within a few days, the Daily Pittsburgh Gazette was publishing a list of those claimed by the disease. There was Samuel Phillips, a grocery store clerk. There was a poor soul listed only as child at some house, aged 4 years. Cholera took Michael Reelingwalt, aged 3 years, and William Coyle, a shoemaker. The grim list continued for days, hundreds of names. They died horrible deaths within hours of contracting the disease. Doctors hustled from house to house, treating the sick and dying. And then the doctors began to flee. And that's where we find Martin Delany, treating the sick and the dying. He's organized a team of nurses, black nurses, to treat the sick. All of the sick, no matter what their color. Now, Martin wasn't a doctor. He could have been. In 1850, Martin applied to Harvard Medical College. He was 38 years old, with an impressive list of accomplishments. He'd founded and published a Pittsburgh newspaper called The Mystery, and he'd teamed up with Frederick Douglass to co-edit a publication called The North Star. In addition, Martin had studied the basics of medicine under several white doctors. 17 of those physicians wrote letters of recommendation for Martin. They praised his intelligence, his character, his energy, and he was one of 3 blacks accepted, the first 3 accepted at Harvard Medical School. But this was 1850, and a month after Delany arrived, a group of white students wrote to the faculty. They were complaining about the blacks among them. They said they had no objection to the education and elevation of blacks, but do decidedly remonstrate against their presence in the college with us. Within 3 weeks, Delany and his 2 fellow black students were dismissed. It was a devastating blow. Delany returned to Pittsburgh. He was disappointed, and he was angry. And he became convinced that his dream could never be realized here in the United States. Black men, he felt, should leave and found a new nation someplace else. It was a position he would promote in his speeches and writings. He would become the first proponent of American black nationalism. And so here is this man, A man who was told he could not have a medical degree because he was black. And he's walking the smoky, line-drenched streets of Pittsburgh. Many doctors with degrees had fled, and yet here is Martin Delany, a man denied a degree. It is he who stays to face cholera. What's going through his mind? What would go through your mind? Fear? Anger over past indignities? Would you resent those school doctors who'd fled? Martin Delany may have felt all these things. We'll never know. What we do know is that when this city needed someone to treat its sick and dying, a man who felt he had no place in this country proved to be that man.
I know something